Talented Fawad Mirza became the first Indian in 20 years to earn an Olympic berth for the country in equestrian, having grabbed the spot in January after finishing top in the first Southeast Asia Oceania group. The 29-year-old Bengaluru lad hopes to give his best to boost the popularity of the sports in the country. Our correspondent Ashok Martolia had an exclusive interaction with him, and this is what he has to say.
Equestrian is a discipline in sports which many people in India don't know about this sports, but Fawad Mirza have raised hope by his stunning performance in the international level. I am joined by Fawad Mirza. Welcome Fawad. Thank you very much for talking to DD India. Fawad, could you tell about your horses? You had two different horses in your qualification and now you have different horses. We have heard that Medicot is not in a good shape. So what's your combination with these two horses?
Senor Medicot obviously helped us to win those medals at the Asian Games in 2018, and after that we were prepping him up for qualification for Tokyo in 2020. Unfortunately, he sustained an injury which put him out of the sport for 2 years. And I was very convinced he would come back, but according to the vets and all the experts here, they were very doubtful on it. But you know, he's a horse that really wants to work, really wants to compete, and he's a fighter, let's say. And we managed to get him back, and we got him back this year to good form, and he's in great shape. The other horse, Dayara, she's slightly less experienced with comparison to Medicot, but she has far more potential. She's a real exciting horse for the future, and I'm very lucky to be partnered with her. So yes, and these two horses were then very different from the two horses that helped India get the slot in 2019. But having said that, they're the two better horses I have. So I'm very lucky to have them both qualified, and I think that's as a rider, it's a huge advantage to have two horses in the race.
Fawad, you have to be good equation with your horses to get the best result at the international level. Apart from that, you have to travel with these horses to the various international stages. So what's your take on that?
I have until the end of June to choose a horse before we send in our final entries. For me, a few of the main aspects would be obviously experience. Would be quite an important factor. The second would be, let's say, how they cope with the travel, the climatic conditions in Tokyo. And then another very important factor would be form, which horse is carrying the better form. So, and there are other small various things that go into it as well. You know, Medicot can be a horse who doesn't take too well to too much changes in his surroundings, so he might stop eating. And you know, these sort of things are quite difficult, especially when you travel so far away, and you can't have an athlete not eat and then expect them to perform well. So, you know, small things like this, you know, I'm going to really think hard and long about. And but the final thing would be which horse is carrying more form. We have many different ways to manage these horses to ensure that they eat, to ensure that they're happy mentally and physically. So we have figured out ways to keep them fit and in good form. It just ultimately in the end, it's which horse is in the best shape. That would be that's where I'll make my decision. I have one more prep event that I'd like to do, let's say before the end of June or the first week of July. I'm just finding out which is the most feasible one, and then I will probably make my decision then. With regards to quarantine, so every horse that's let's say traveling to Tokyo is of a very high health status. You know, we have to monitor their temperatures, we have to monitor their movement. They're checked regularly by the vets. by a government vet official who checks their health status. And so basically they were quarantined here in Germany for 7 days prior to export into Japan. And there they'll follow the same protocol where their temperatures will be monitored. They check for their vaccinations and so on to be up to date. And once they move into Japan, they'll move into a let's say a bubble where you have horses from all over the world with the same high health status in this bubble. It'll also be a quarantine zone, so I think they will ensure that there's no animals within a certain radius around this competition area or the venue, to ensure that there's no risk of passing on various diseases from whatever animals there are there in Japan, or what we might take over if we go there from here.
You have qualified with 2 horses, but most of the riders across the world who are going to take part in Tokyo Olympic, they have qualified with more than 2 horses. What's your take on that? Do you think that qualifying more than 2 horses is really benefit for the riders?
I've been fortunate to have qualified 2 horses. There are many riders from different countries that have qualified more than 2 horses. So I think in the end it is an advantage to have a choice, because anything can happen in the end. To answer your question, yes, many other riders would also, from different countries, would also have the choice of other. If they have qualified their horses, they would more than 2 horses. They definitely would have a choice.
Fawad, your qualification is done and you have secured quota in Tokyo Olympic. So going to Tokyo Olympic, what is certain area you would like to focus upon?
In our entire game as a whole, looking back at our current forms, if you look back at the weekend, last weekend, it was a pretty solid all-round performance. The only thing that, let's say, let us down was the show jumping, where I had a mistake on both horses. But having said that, that's as a rider, that's kind of my strong point, and especially for Dayara, that is her strong point. So to correct one mistake, it's not difficult. So we're definitely going to work on the show jumping phase. But as a whole, I think there's a lot of improvement. Although the performance was good, I think there's a lot of improvement to come. We've just shown a little bit of what we can do, and I hope we can, get both of them to peak by the time the games come, and we have a good bit of time to ensure that they do that. Yeah, I think, with the dressage, the test that we're going to ride in the Olympics is a different test. So we'll have to train that, see where the flaws are, see where the mistakes are, and, keep repetition in the dressage phase, definitely to ensure that that the mistakes, we correct the mistakes and there are no flaws in the actual test itself. And then when we see, I think the cross country is going to be quite difficult. So we'll have to we don't know what's going to be what's going to be set out there. So we just have to train, and on that aspect, we just have to take it as it comes and see what they set out there. But the jumping phase, I'm already competing another horse of mine this weekend to just get my eye in, train and jump some bigger courses, so that I'm also confident and fluent in my riding.
My last question is that equestrian is not very much popular in India. What do you think that what should we need to do to make it popular in India? The youngster who wants to pursue career in equestrian.
A very difficult question to answer. I think firstly, what we're doing now, getting the sport more exposure on this scale, on this level, I think that will help a lot. And I think collectively, at some point we would need to sit down and figure out what different ways, maybe look at models from different countries of how they've done it, and maybe perhaps incorporate some of those ideas into our system to see if that can encourage more riders to take it up, or find ways that we can make it feasible for for a lot more people.
So thank you, Fawad, for talking to us. We wish you all the best.
Indian